Hi, everybody. Welcome back to In the Huddle, Episode 3 of the podcast that Scomo and I are putting on for you guys. We're releasing a new episode every single Wednesday. Today's Thursday. We missed today, so we apologize about that, but we will be back for you guys next Wednesday. So expect a new episode every single Wednesday. We just had some technical difficulties. I thought it was Scomo's fault. Turns out it was my fault. No big deal, though. We're here today. And we've got a lot of great stuff to talk about with you guys today. Scome, why don't you get us started here? Talk a little bit about the MUT Invitationals. We got a lot of our guesses wrong.
We did get a lot of our guesses wrong. I mean, thank God we didn't put money on it in Vegas. That would have been really, really bad. But that's why this event was really, really good. The battles were very close. So much has happened since last week. The whole week of the Invitational, meeting everyone, it was so much fun from the time I got down there. Once the rain passed, I got a real bad problem. As soon as I drive down to Florida, the rain just comes. But once that cleared over, it turned out to be an epic week. We had a blast, absolutely.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. That was my first time actually going down to the EA. I know you've been there before, but I was really surprised at. I don't know if I was surprised, but I was really impressed with the way that everything's set up there, the way that the offices are set up. The whole building is just. They have a ball pit in a conference room. I mean, that's insane,
isn't it?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I Instagrammed a photo of it. But it was just really cool to get the tour down there and to get to meet everybody that creates the game that we all love so much and that we all pour so much time into. So that was a huge opportunity for me, and I spent a little time. Not gonna lie, I spent a little time going around trying to network a little bit, and I saw you doing the same thing.
Best things to do. The most people you can meet, especially that first time down there, just trying to meet everyone. Then you go through the room and you like shake 20 people's hands. You're like, all right, if I can remember 5 names, I'm good.
Out of 20, I got to remember all 20 names.
See, I'm not good with remembering all names. It takes me sometimes a second to go back. I try to find you on Twitter real quick. I'm like, all right, put that guy. Sometimes it fails though. And you're like, and you get them all confused.
Yeah, but all of that hard work going around trying to remember people's names, it pays off in the long run. I dropped some big news on people this week. I was super excited about it. I officially became an EA Sports game changer. Yes!
Congratulations, dude. Congratulations. We both did. It was extremely amazing being able to be accepted into that program, being invited down there with that group of people, and being able to conversate with them, talk about our big ideas and big plans that we have to be able to communicate with the community, be able to bring them more in touch with the community, and that's what a game changer is doing. They see everything that we were doing with the MUTcrew. They saw everything that you were doing with your 365-day challenge, playing MUT every single night. I mean, that's what it takes to be able to communicate with hundreds of people every night and be able to bring those hundreds of voices into one slump voice, just that one slump voice.
Exactly, and so I just wanted to take this time to let you guys know, if you have an idea, a suggestion, anything that you want to see in the next game, leave us comments. We can't promise you that we're going to get like everything into the game, but we're going to take a look at all the ideas that you guys recommend. We'll talk about the best ones, and we'll make sure to pass them up the ladder. So if you guys have an idea that you would absolutely love, cause an uproar about it in the comment section on the podcast. Let us know what it is that you guys want to see, and Scomo and I are going to do our best to pass it up the ladder for you. That's what being an EA Game Changer lets us do. It gives us the opportunity to work directly with the people that make the game that we all love so much. So send us your ideas. We want your ideas.
Absolutely. Just know that sometimes it takes a year or two for an idea to fully develop. We already are very, very close to MUT 15 being able to come out. I don't even call it Madden 15 anymore. It's just MUT 15. I mean, who plays these other modes?
Wait, there are other modes still?
There's other modes!
When's it going to be a standalone game? That's a next. I'll send it up the ladder.
We'll do that. But guys, we definitely want the ideas. We want the feedback. We want everyone, all types of people, all the aspects from the 15-year-old kid that has a $20 allowance for the entire year to the 50-year-old lawyer exec sitting in the clouds and while he's business in his meeting, just ripping packs for days because that's what he gets to do. But we're going to make sure that everyone has the experience that they want. Sometimes it takes 1, 2, 3 years to be able to develop, but now being able to be in this situation, being able to have the outlet, being able to have the blessing from EA to be able to give you guys the support, the content, the ideas, and be able to interact fully with not just the community but with them also is a great honor. Absolutely.
Yeah, so we're really looking forward to that. We're really excited about the opportunities to come from that, and it's also just reassuring to know that you guys, which you guys make the game what it is, and now your voice is definitely going to get heard. If you send us your comments, we will make sure to get them to EA. And they can't do everything. Obviously, there's a lot of things that go into making a game, but the best ideas are the ones that make it into the next iteration. So definitely send us your ideas.
Absolutely. So we moved on. We had those epic dinners. Everything went on, and then you got to the studio. Once you saw, basically floor by floor, like you're going by. It's like this level is FIFA. This level is Tiger, well, not Tiger anymore. This level, when you're going by to actually see the detail, what was the biggest thing that impressed you through the entire building?
The most impressive thing out of the entire building, oh my gosh, I don't know. You know what I really liked about the atmosphere there was how everybody seemed to really enjoy their jobs. Like you're going over there and like they don't really treat it like
they're at work.
They don't treat it like they're at work. They're there, they're having fun, they're making games that they love and that they play. It was really cool to see that sort of like interaction, especially with people like me there. Like we go in there and like I had no idea what to expect. When I went there, I was like I don't know if it's gonna be a bunch of business people in suits like sitting around, all serious. But everybody there has a great attitude about the game. They're working together. The way that everything's so compartmentalized and the way that they work together was astonishing to me. So that was really, really cool to see.
Yeah, how the pods are developed and stuff like that. How like each section, like you can look by, like when they were going by the NBA live area, you can see like each section, like these guys were working on passing and dribbling, and these guys were working on steals, and like it's very, very cool to be able to see like how much in-depth and breakdown some of these games really, really go into. And that it was really cool to be able to see that stuff sometimes.
Yeah, and it's something that you don't realize. Like all of the different teams that go into making just one game. Honestly, before I thought it might be like 10 people like working on the game, like just like coders, but like there's just so many steps from
it's like 5 people that make MUT, maybe like 10 if you want to take like the bosses and all the other people, but really that group is like 10 people that make like the whole mode.
Yeah, and like the way that they like assign the tasks and get to work, and they're definitely doing a good thing there. They've got a great setup. And what I really loved to see was just the type of enthusiasm that they still have about the game. Even like spending your entire life surrounded by the game, to still have that sort of enthusiasm for it was really cool. So I was that's probably the most impressive thing about like just the building and the atmosphere there.
Absolutely. That was the reason why Wolf got his job. It was like he had so much of a business mind behind MUT. And then he was just like, I can do this for 8 hours at work and then go home and still want to play for another 2 or 3 real quick.
They have rooms there where it's just you guys would love these rooms. It's just rooms with TVs that are just hooked up to Madden. Just rooms full of Madden. You just get to go play. It was a MUT Invitational. It was definitely the right place to hold the MUT Invitational with everything they had set up. And the room that they actually held the MUT Invitational in it was pretty cool. Like the way they had it set up, there were chairs so that everybody could watch. They had it on different screens throughout the room so that everybody could get a good view. And then they had the players on back-to-back TVs, so they were there, and it was kind of like head on, but also they weren't able to like nobody was there like peeking at the other players' plays, you know. So that was pretty cool. You know, the Beavers wasn't like Tweezy when he returned the kick onto Beavers, he wasn't like looking at the play
screen. See what's going on. Absolutely. All the games were really, really good. I mean, Dome Piece really took it to Animosity. I mean, I picked Animosity in that one, and I mean, Dome Piece came in smooth, calm, cool, ready to go.
Yes.
Got everything kicked off. You know, the Farrell's games and Suggs game, that was just like a battle of minds. You know, obviously I was all Farrell's, but I knew Suggs is definitely going to be able to have some skill. But Suggs just came in. He was ready to stop those runs. Came in. It took a really long time for Farrell's to get anything on the ground going, and Suggs just had some really nice plays that sealed them off. And
then the final score of that game does not reflect how close that game was.
Oh, it was a nail biter all the way down.
Yeah, and was it tied at half, or was it a 3-point game at half? And then that opening kickoff return, I think, might have been kind of disheartening for Farrell's when he gave up the opening kickoff return.
Oh, that kickoff that was it. That was the stab. The momentum was gone.
And everybody knows when it rains, it pours. So like when you start to have a moment where you're like, oh no, it's just gonna kind of pile on. So that was probably the turning point in that game. But it was a very hard fought battle. I thought Farrell's for sure too, but Suggs is the real deal. He knew exactly what was going on, what he was doing. So he came in with a great game plan, and he was able to execute.
Then we had the next game, the old technical difficulties game. You know, I mean, things happened, but everyone was waiting. We were waiting for that one thing. But obviously the game got dropped a few times between Lil Harvin and Rose Bowl. But behind the scenes, the tech team was working great. They were able to, obviously, to test out a few times, they had to jump into a game. So when you think you fixed something, you really can't tell if it's fixed until you get another game. And you're like, oh, that one disconnects, so that's not it. Well, obviously, what they finally did after the second time disconnect, they really just rerouted their entire network, brought down the hard line right to the room, and plugged right into the boxes, and got the game going. Both guys were excellent sports. They were able to. They've known each other for a long time, played against each other for all time. It was almost a little bit of a negative just because they were so friendly. There was really no intensity around the game, but it almost worked out benefit just for that mode because everyone was just so chill, laid back, let the game happen. They still got a really competitive game. It was a solid win for Rose Bowl, but they were both great sports, and being able to pull out what happened in that little struggle for the day.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, EA did a great job of the tech team getting everything working there. Even though they did have a couple disconnections, that's not really EA's fault that happened. So the way that they were able to like overcome that is fantastic. And I noticed in the chat of the stream when that was happening that a lot of people were being kind of negative Nancy's about it. But they're overlooking the fact that EA took the time, spent the money, and did everything to make the MUT Invitational happen in the first place, which is something that's huge for the community. I really hope that they look past some of those comments that they saw and keep putting on a MUT Invitational every single year, because I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, anytime you put up on a live event, you're definitely gonna have problems, and this is the first time they ever did anything live like that. So I mean, to be able to knock out all the problems as fast as they did was excellent. Even the next one, I mean, a lot of people saw the next problem. It was like what was going on with the Beavers Tweezy game. They were supposed to play, then they weren't playing, then they got pushed back. Basically, everyone blamed that one on EA too, but it really wasn't.
No.
It was all Beavers' fault.
It was all Beavers' fault. Yeah. Well,
we can really
explain it to the people. Why is it Beavers' fault?
See, I'm just gonna go ahead and really blame it on Tweezy because he aggravated Beavers so much that Beavers just had to block him. He's just like, I can't deal with this guy anymore.
Yeah.
You know, you know, he's too cheesy tweezy for me, and I'm just gonna have to get the block on him. So obviously, when they're getting ready to load up their game, it won't let them play because Beav's got him blocked. I don't play Tweezy.
You know what? It wasn't Beavers didn't block him because he lost either, and Beavers wasn't like, I don't want to lose again. Beavers blocked him because after he lost, Tweezy sent him a message that said, oh, I didn't know I was playing Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder. They're like, where's Let Me Throw the Ball?
So we can't really blame the Beavers. The Beavers is a great guy, too. I had a lot of fun meeting him. Definitely has a great mind for Madden. And that, I think, was definitely the game of the Invitational. Looking back, watching it again, definitely a nail-biter. And it came down to the end. And also, it had one of the greatest Madden plays I've ever seen, Tweezy's punt return. Dude, oh, my gosh.
I was so hyped. It was crazy. So I think it's time. Let's bring in the guest himself. Let's get his reaction report on the whole experience. We do have the special guest, the man, the myth, the legend, Tweezy himself. What's up, Tweezy?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Tweezy, walk us through that punt return. I think that's what everybody wants to hear. That's what I want to hear. What was going on in your head when he's punting the ball? What are you thinking? What are you thinking when he goes to punt?
So the first thing I actually thought about when he punted was running out of bounds or just crumbling with Josh Cribbs because I didn't want to risk a fumble. Because I had talked to Beavers the night before about the back juke and how effective it was on punt returns, so I thought I had almost showed my hand, but then I was like, wait, reverse psychology, maybe I'll just use it on him now. So I did the back juke. Got 3 guys with that. Then I hit the spin move on the sideline just because that's something I always do, and I got that. And I'm running towards the punter. Okay, I can spin the punter again. And then the last thing was the big fat center. I think it was Jason Kelsey is running me down, and I have maybe this much stamina left with Josh Cribbs, and I stutter step him, and the room went nuts. Scomo was right here when I finished the punt return. It was nuts. Just hearing the noises escalate as each move happened, just oh. Just,
I think I got a little. I was getting 3 yards closer, 6 yards. I mean, I was just bridging the gap between from where I was sitting to where you were sitting. Every time you did a move, I did that move with you, in the room. You juked, I juked. You spun, I was spinning. And then I was right there next to you. I was about to just tackle you down. Just Tweezy!
that return definitely showed off some mad stick skills. And you know what? We were calling you Cheesy Tweezy, but after meeting you and after seeing how hard you labbed the game and then seeing your stick skills actually in the game, I fully retract the statement of calling you Cheesy Tweezy. There's no cheese there. It's just an easy rhyme.
Cheesy Tweezy for life. There's nothing you can do about it.
It's all right. That's why a lot of people don't know, but I yelled something afterwards, and I was just kind of not I hate everyone who calls me cheesy. I just want people to recognize that I do have skills in the game.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, you guys that don't know, he yelled, "Was that bleeping cheese?" And he was so hyped. He was so hyped. I edited that right out of the video when I posted his return on YouTube. Oh my gosh! If you guys haven't seen the video, the return, you can check it out on EA Sports Past Broadcast, or you can check it out. I'll post a link to it with the podcast. I'll link to it with the podcast so that you guys can see it. Because if you haven't seen that return yet, you are definitely missing out on one of the greatest Madden plays I think that I've ever seen.
In one of the most clutch times ever in MUT history. Not only is it one of the nastiest plays, but it was recorded and it was live on live national internet in front of 3,000 plus people. Tweezy for the win. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah. That was so. Congratulations, Tweezy. I don't know if you said that. Congratulations on winning the MUT Invitational.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know that you got some coins, and you also got to make a golden ticket card. So I don't know if you wanna reveal it or not. You don't have to, but everybody should know that to look out for Tweezy's golden ticket card that's going to be coming out this Saturday. So I'm looking forward to it. If you want, you can talk about that, but you don't have to.
Yeah. So the prize was 5 million coins, a legendary bundle, and then if you win, you get a golden ticket. If you lose, you get a silver ticket. So you're not really. If you lose, you still get to pick any player in the game, which is really nice. But the golden ticket I did make, I talked about it in my post-game interview, was golden ticket Donald Penn tight end edition. So he's going to be a real tight end this time who can catch, but he's also going to be laying some people out in run blocking. So,
it's going to be pancakes for days. It's going to be pancakes for days.
Yeah.
And just a quick fix on that. Actually, golden tickets are going to be Sunday. Don't mind Slump, guys. He's never really ripped a pack before and gone for a golden ticket, so he might just be confused on those things. So we'll make sure that we get him sometimes to make sure that he knows that, it's Ultimate Legends on Saturday, Slump, and golden tickets on Sunday, okay?
Oh, I gotcha. All right, so everybody look out for the golden ticket this Saturday.
No, Sunday.
No, I'm just kidding. So you made a tight end Donald Penn. Are you trying to get me to get rid of my tight end Paul Postlesny that I have? Because kind of unstoppable.
Yeah, kind of the best tight end in the game.
You should have made a golden ticket Paul Postlesny and just given him excellent catching ability. I would have definitely picked up that card day one.
So one thing I did want to ask you also, Tweezy, I mean, obviously you went down there for the game. The game experience was awesome. You came back with a win, and you had all that kind of stuff. But besides the game itself, and if you just remove that whole invitational aspect away from it, what was some of your best experiences? What were you really looking to see down there, and how'd you feel about that?
The best part of it was definitely meeting all the developers behind MUT, and not necessarily just MUT, like behind Madden in general. They're out there, guys. They're real people too. But there are also some great people who have a real heart for this game and want to grow this community, especially in MUT. You can see that from the Invitational, but you can also see that from them with all the promos this year as opposed to last year. Yeah, last year there were a couple promos. It was a good year for MUT and MUT 13, but then MUT 25 has been promos throughout the entire year. Like this time last year, game had kind of died down, but they're making a real effort for all of us to stay entertained in this game mode that we love. And they're taking our feedback from things that we saw in next year's games that they're going to implement. They're taking a lot of feedback that you guys are giving them, and they want more feedback. So as the two guys alluded to in the beginning of the video, leave comments on this video, leave comments on other videos that you want to see in the future, because they want to please us, the people who are buying the game and using our money to get better teams, to make it our ultimate team. So I would just give feedback as much as possible, but give positive feedback. Don't just say, oh my gosh, I don't have any money, these packs are awful, when I spend all my coins, you guys suck, give me better pulls, just things like that. Be positive in the community, because that's going to grow all of us so much further than just negative things being said. No one wants to hear that.
People that don't like, and there's a way that you can tell someone that there's things that you don't like and then how to improve something. But there's a positive way to tell someone about the things that they need to improve and not just attack. Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah, constructive criticism. Not like I didn't pull the 99 Dawkins that I wanted. Everybody. That's the risk with pulling packs. When you pull packs, you might not get the card that you want. So if that's your number one gripe, is that you didn't get the one card that you wanted in a pack. Pulling packs also gives you access to other players to help build your coins to buy that card off of the auction block. There's really not a negative to pulling packs. You don't have to spend money to do it. You can buy it with coins. And if you do spend money, it's just going to help you get your team that much faster. But not pulling one particular player that you wanted isn't and then letting EA know about it. That's not going to go to the top of their list for things to work on next year.
Absolutely. So obviously we got people have been talking. There's some bigger plans going on here in the future. I mean, with the whole tournament aspect of MUT, I mean, Tweezy, are you excited? I mean, are you still labbing? Are you looking for the big picture? I mean, where do you go from here now?
Yeah, I am still labbing. I have a couple buds that we're still labbing up some defenses because Beavers put up 10 points on me, and I was hoping to keep a shutout. But
He's strong. He's too strong. He's
a very scary individual.
Arm wrestling challenge. It was over.
But he's like a big teddy bear. That guy's he's a great guy. But yeah, like keeping up with the competitive community, because you've seen Madden competitive in the past, and you just see people who dominate for a long time. And I guess currently I am the champion on PS4. I don't want to lose anytime soon, so I gotta stay on my game.
Gibbs and problems start coming after you. You ready? Are you ready?
I think I'll be all right. Gibbs and I had some close games in late night in Orlando, and then problems that go to Madden. But I don't think I'm scared to play anybody, but I might be a little intimidated to play problem just because it's a problem.
Absolutely. Well, we do appreciate you coming by. It was an epic game. You had it was so much fun meeting everyone. I really do appreciate the heart and the energy that you brought into the game. Everyone had so much fun watching that game. I mean, the room was cheering and clapping like everyone had money on the Super Bowl. I mean, it was an awesome experience. So thank you very much for that.
Before you go, Tweezy, I just wanna get you to let everybody know. Teach everybody how to run a quick blitz. Tell us what formation, what pre-snap adjustments, and I'm gonna run it tonight on live stream.
Tweezy setup.
Yeah, right. Teach us the Tweezy setup.
Quick blitz. That's it. So I'll go with one in every playbook. It's out of quarters, either quarters normal or quarters 1-3-7. It's called Fire Zone 3. What you want to do instantly is shift your linebackers to the right. So that's just R1 or right button and the left stick inward. Shift your linebackers. If you're in quarters normal, what you can do then is globally blitz all your linebackers, which is only one on the field. So right button again and right stick down. Blitz all. If you're in quarters 1-3-7, you have to manually click onto your linebacker and blitz him. Then what you do is you go to your corner on the other side, on the left side of the screen, and you put them in any zone you want, flat, buzz, hook, anything you want. And you can use your alignment or you can use or blitz somebody, but you're only sending 4 people off one side. You have 4 zones on the field and 3 deep blues, so you have a lot of coverage on the field, especially because it's in quarters, so this is great for passing plays. And you're going to get A gap, B gap, C gap, edge heat, anything you want. It's not necessarily going to look the same way every time, but you're going to get a lot of heat, especially because it's in quarters and you're sending fast DBs.
Right, so you're essentially trying to spread the offensive line, bring all the blitz from the left side, and be able to have that deep coverage for when they try to bomb it when they see the blitz.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
And unfortunately, you're going to have 2 linemen in coverage. So what I would tell you guys, especially on MUT, is if you're going to run that blitz a lot, maybe go get Derek Brooks or Derek Brooks is a good one.
If you don't have Derek Brooks on your team already, then, we got problems.
Yeah, then I don't know what to tell you. You can even scoop up the 95 overall BCA edition for maybe 80,000 coins if you can do that. Otherwise, go to your depth chart and look up great zone coverage linebackers and sub them in, which is just R1 for subs when you're before you even go to the play call screen. Just sub them in, and it gives you the maximum efficiency on the field. You don't want Ndamukong Suh dropping into zone coverage who has 35 zone coverage or something like that. That's not going to benefit you in the long run.
I like running Sap into coverage. It's usually very fun to watch the belly running around when you're going back into zone. It should be pretty good.
Can you drop Big Fatty Vince into coverage?
Yeah, you can drop anybody you want. I'm just trying to give them the most bang for their buck.
Yeah. So, like I said, you guys, he has a great mind for Madden. A lot of people in the MUT Invitational, if you watch a lot of games, you see people run a lot of the same plays, and you start to think, oh, those are the only plays that guy has, and if you figure out how to stop that, you can beat him by 100. But it's not the case with Tweezy. He might run the same play 100 times if he's going to beat you using it, but if you figure out how to stop it, he's got 10 other plays that look exactly the same the way to set up, but act completely different. So definitely keep an eye out. If you guys run into Tweezy online, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Right.
But it was great to have you on the show, Tweezy. Thank you for coming on the podcast. We appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully we can have you on again sometime.
Yeah, thank you guys very much for having me. I think this is a great thing you guys are doing for the community, so I'm really excited. I watch it every week. I watched it driving up to the airport last week. I just heard it twice, just to hear you guys' thoughts. Was I the only person you guys correctly picked to win?
I think you were my only right pick.
Yeah.
Think you were.
Yeah, I like it. Unstoppable cheese. All right, thank you guys.
All right, see you.
Well, guys, thank you very much for tuning in to this week's podcast. We are going to be able to have the podcast located in a few other places. We're still going to be putting it up on Slump's channel, but just in case you don't know, the MUTcrew has also branched out. We have now merged with Chase Plays Madden since the last time. So now we have a whole YouTube outlet for you guys, and we are going to be posting the podcast there. So you're going to be able to have multiple outlets to be able to, see Slump and I. Just in case you want to watch it multiple times, you can watch his, you can watch mine, go back and forth. But thank you very much, Slump.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Remember, Scomo and I are both official EA Sports game changers, and we want to get the best ideas to the top people over there at EA. So if you have great suggestions about ways to improve the game, make sure to leave us those comments in the comment section. Also, check out Tweezy's Blitz. I'm going to post it in the comments. And also check out Tweezy's incredible, magical, there aren't even words to describe how beautiful this punt return is. So make sure that you watch that video. You be careful that you might want to watch it sitting down, otherwise you might be juked and yourself and fall over. But be careful. Take some tips from it and learn how to use these punt return skills yourself, because it was impressive. I've been hitting people with the Tweezy spin every single day now. I never had that spin move in my arsenal before, Scone, but now every single day I'm like, the Tweezy spins! Tweezy spins!
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you very much. Scone, Slump, out.